What's up everybody? Today we're going to be tying a mop jig. Mop jigs and mop flies were originally tied using one of those little round nubby pieces that some mops have. Well, they now make a chenille that mimics that, so you don't have to buy a whole mop to tie up some jigs. So for this one we're using a 1/16 ounce freestyle jig head with a size 4 hook. I powder painted that with ProTec yellow, then I put a gold 5mm yellow eye on there. And you can tie this in whatever colors you like, but this is one that's worked well for me lately. So I'm going to be using a black UTC Ultra Thread 70 denier. We're just going to start that thread behind the head and take it down to the point of the hook. And for that mop tail, we're going to be using this UV Galaxy mop chenille. This is sunshine orange color. We're just going to clip off a little piece of that, and then we're going to singe the end so it's nice and round. So we're just going to take a lighter and just barely singe the ends there. We don't want to burn it, we just want it to be round. So you can see that starting to happen. Okay, so that's going to be the back part of our tail right there. So we're just going to measure that so it'll be about the length of the hook. And then we want to tie it down nice and tight. Make sure it stays right on top. So just make sure you line that up, and then you can tie it down the rest of the way up to the head. And clip that off as close as you can. Then we're going to clean this up with our thread as we bring that back down to the tail. And as long as it's right on top, right where the tail is, that's perfect. The rest of the chenille doesn't have to be, as long as it's tied down. Okay, just going to do a couple more wraps to make sure it's nice and straight. Then we're going to bring our thread back up to the head. For the body, we're going to be using this New Age chenille. This is Winter Run Purple, one of my favorite colors. And we're just going to take a piece of that, tie the tag end in at the head as you tie the main chenille down to the tail. Then bring your thread back up to the head, and you can start wrapping that chenille. Make sure each turn is pressed right up against the last. And as you can see, this chenille is about the same size as the tail when you wrap it on there, and I want it to be a little bit thicker, so I'm going to double wrap it back down to the tail, and then triple wrap it back up to the head. This will give us a nice plump body that looks like the body of a bait fish. Just bring that to the head, and then tie it down nice and tight. I just like to give it 4 tight thread wraps. Give it a turn in front of the head, and then clip that off. And now we're going to whip finish. Just give it a 6-turn whip finish. Pull that thread tight, and clip it off. So there we have it. This is a simple mop jig. It's very effective, even though it looks a little funny. Sometimes they like that thick tail instead of a wispy, feathery tail. It's always good to have another jig in your arsenal. I would definitely recommend tying this one up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.